In Corpus Christi, Texas, homelessness remains a growing concern, especially after the recent pandemic. On this election day, we spoke to Emily Northrup, coordinator for homeless outreach for the city of Corpus Christi, as she discussed the issues that were most important to her and the improvements she hopes to see in the coming years after the election.
So I'm the homeless outreach coordinator for the city of Corpus Christi, and I work with organizations that support people who are experiencing homelessness. My biggest hope for the outcome of this election is that the government will support and expand affordable and accessible housing to people who are either living on the street or in shelter. I think fundamentally, housing is a human right, and housing ends homelessness. And if we don't have enough supportable, affordable, and accessible housing, will never make a difference in the issue of homelessness. And so I think for me, the most important thing is expanding access to housing that people can stay in, that they want to live in, and that they can afford long term. My hopes for this election are that everyone who wants to participate is able to, and I hope that regardless of the outcome, the transition is peaceful, and I hope that the election is seen as legitimate across the country. I think that it's important. My biggest concern is for voter suppression. I think that everyone feeling safe and entitled to make their voice heard is essential for a democracy to function. And when people are scared to vote or they feel like their vote either won't be counted or won't make a difference, then we need to work really hard on civic engagement and ensuring that people feel like their voices are heard, because if we don't have an informed and active electorate, then our democracy will die. And I think that my biggest fear is that people feel like their voice doesn't matter when it absolutely does. So I want people to get out and vote. I want them to feel like their vote counted. I want voting to be easy and accessible for every single person to have a say in this election. And I hope that regardless of the outcome, that it's seen as legitimate and that we're able to transition into the next 4 years of, regardless who the administration is, that it's peaceful and that we can work together to make our government work for every single American.
In Corpus Christi, Texas, I'm Jane Kathleen Gregorio, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.